I went to the XL Bully protest.
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right.
I'd say
hands off my dogs.
Hands off my fucking 62-kilo dog named Frank Sinatra for some reason. Yeah, so there's about...
The King.
There's about...
No, that's Elvis.
Yeah, you said that. And then I was like, I just agreed.
Yeah, of course. Naturally. Yes, the King.
Oh, Blue Eyes.
What was he called? He had a nickname, didn't he?
Blue Eyes, wasn't
The
it?
Dame of New York.
The Dame of New York.
No.
The King of New York.
King of New York, sure.
Mr. Sinatra, sir.
Not quite Dean Martin.
No.
They did well to resurrect him and put his spirit in an XL Bully.
Yeah, man, that was class. That's what they did. There was about
can't train a dog, do have shamanic powers.
That's why they're so like. It's not like they actually want to keep them. It's just the dogs will. The shaman spirits will kill them.
Yeah. This is the living embodiment of Frank Sinatra. How dare you suggest we cull him?
Yeah, and I'm studying him out for X amount of money a pop.
Did you see a Diana? Because I'd have a Diana bully dog in here.
Did I see a Diana?
Yeah.
I had one named Diana.
A bully dog with Diana's spirit in it.
So here's the actually interesting thing about the XO Bully protest. There wasn't a single XO Bully to be found there. There was thousands of owners. There was, I'd say, about 1,000 max. With empty leads and collars, signifying what they'll be left with if the ban were to come in their opinion.
Oh, okay.
So it's a striking visual metaphor.
Absolutely.
They would argue.
How big are the collars?
Fucking huge. There was one. So Frank Sinatra, who we're talking about. So Frank Sinatra.
Did you meet Frank Sinatra's owner?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's so he's the guy who, if you've seen the clips that we put out on social media or in the video that'll be out on the YouTube channel. He's the guy who's got the shaved head, and he's holding this big white collar. It's actually like a pizza.
Yeah,
it's huge. It's
like
gold
12 inches across.
Yeah, it's massive.
The guy who says Elton John can wear this.
Yes. So I kept my dog.
Or Sam Smith.
Sam Smith wore worse.
Yeah.
Which that was funny. I enjoyed that chat. But what was my point about that?
It kind of looked like
big
a wrestler's belt, you know? When they win when they win the medals.
But
it is
clearly no dogs at the protest.
No dogs at the protest because there's two arguments for that. Either, well, if one rogue XL bully goes nuts and for some reason kills someone.
Which it would never do, by the way. Would never happen.
I don't know. I'm just out of the box thinking here. What could possibly happen if thousands of XL bullies gathered in Parliament? Or maybe they cannot be trusted to be in public with probably the most stimulation you could ever get.
Well, you had all that meat in your pockets.
That's true, actually. I was covered. I went by the butchers.
Washed myself with a steak this morning.
And I brought a 3-year-old with me as bait.
It would be it would be a pretty provocative way, you know. Most traditionally, when people talk about sort of like purging Westminster of Parliament, it's usually like we will blow up the Houses of Parliament. Instead, we will set loose a pack of 1,000 XL bullies through the halls of the parliamentary estate.
Who would win? The body politic of the United Kingdom? Or
I think Raab is the only one who could defend himself.
Even then.
Raab switches side. Raab goes with the bullies, doesn't he?
Yeah, he leads the pack. He becomes their leader.
What's the Call of Duty game mode where like dogs attack you?
They're in zombies.
Zombies. It's like, is that? You just have to go round after round with increasing numbers of waves of XL bullies. That's going to nursery in this country now.
So what did the owners have to say?
So there's their argument. The plank of their argument is these dogs aren't intrinsically aggressive. They say it's down to bad ownership, and they're making the point that if you have an XO bully, you should be a responsible owner. You should have it extremely well trained. You should be able to control their dog, and that it's not fair to blame all dogs on the freak actions of various bullies.
Hashtag not all men.
Hashtag not all men. Not all male bully dogs. Females as well. But the converse to that is, well, the good owners, like no one at the protest would fess up to being a bad owner.
Why would you do that?
No, exactly. But as in, like, the good owners, the bad owners aren't part of the dialogue, if that makes sense.
Oh, they're not there.
Yeah, or if there's potentially bad owners at the thing who are like, no, I'm a good owner. But even if their dog is
Savaging
running
a
wild
toddler.
across.
Coming over here with their bad dog training skills.
Yeah,
that
on,
kind of
on
thing.
boats for some reason.
Yeah.
And so
The bully dogs are on boats.
They've discovered amphibious warfare.
Who trained them to do this?
oh my god. Just the genetic, the quadruple XL bully is piloting various inflatable boats across the channel.
Let's say they do introduce the ban, and then people do still continue to breed them. Presumably those animals are going to be culled.
Yeah, because there would be a ban on breeding. Yeah, and it'd be illegal to sell them as well. So it'd be create an underground network of XL bullies.
Is that not kind of worse than what we have now?
I don't know, because I wonder if people would just be discouraged from buying them because of the hassle. Because they're not.
But then what happens to them if they're already being bred?
I guess it'd be
Culled.
I guess it'd be culled.
But destroyed. I think the terminology is destroyed, isn't it?
Yeah, you call badgers destroy dogs.
I've written down here, in the vein of Frank Sinatra, Spirit Dog, I've written down Captain Tom Bully Dog. He loves walks. Proud of that.
That's really good.
It does actually say that on there as well. Yeah, I can read it. It's there.
There was tons of kids at the protest. Lots of kids and families holding signs like "Don't bully my best friend."
Oh, bro, there was that kid holding the sign of Rishi Sunak as Hitler.
That was nuts. That was actually one of the most.
No, tell them what you said to us.
What did I
Describe
say?
it how you described it to us, because that was
Okay.
so funny.
What did I say? You got to
Said it was very tasteful. Tastefully done.
Is that true?
I played that voice note about 8 times on
Oh, really?
Saturday. It was making me laugh so much.
No, it's nuts. It's like that was. So if you haven't seen the sign, it is Rishi Sunak photoshopped onto Hitler's body, and it's a black and white photo, and it says Hitler Sunak, and then kind of accuses them of like dog racism. I guess it's what's the, you know the poem that's like I was not a Jew, so I did not speak up for the Jews, and then they came for me. It's like that message, but about XL bullies.
Shouldn't it be Adolf Sunak?
Yeah, it should obviously
rather
be.
than
Yeah, the syntax of it is all
Hitler
over the place.
Sunak.
Yeah,
Rishi Hitler.
Rishi Hitler.
Dare I suggest that some of these people haven't fully thought through the things that they're advocating for?
They haven't had
Yeah,
time.
I
They've
think
been
so.
trying to protect their dogs.
It was
From
all-
the long arm of the law, yeah.
There was also a real bent of none of them really trusted the media. So there was I asked to speak to one guy who's part of a group. I can't remember what the group was called, but it was like a key organizer of the protest. And he said to me, that we're not doing any media because we feel that our message has been twisted by the mainstream media. But what I kind of think about that is they would hope that people were putting out a pro-XL bully narrative, and anything that wasn't pro-XL bully they see as the bad narrative. And so I think the feeling was so strong that there was quite a few big guys, like bodybuilders almost, in like official XL bully merch, going up to photographers.
They've got merch.
Oh yeah, there's a real like people were like, I think you can buy Frank Sinatra bully merch. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we should buy some of that.
Get dripped out for the next podcast.
Yeah.
But
I know I want one of those. No, I don't actually. I was going to say I want one of those dog leads, and I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't.